Our next presenter is Melissa Shaw. Melissa has been with the Collingwood Museum in the position of museum assistant for 8 years and has been an active participant in the heritage sector since 2005. A graduate of the University of Waterloo and Queen's University, Melissa holds her BA and MA degrees in English literature with a history minor. Melissa is also a graduate of the Ontario Museum Association's Certificate in Museum Studies program. Melissa prides herself in being actively involved in Collingwood's arts and cultural sector and strives to create a meaningful and lasting relationship with local organizations and community members through exhibition and programming opportunities.
For 4 years, the Collingwood Museum has partnered with a local not-for-profit organization called Gaslight Theatre Productions and has assisted in bringing the stories of Collingwood's past to life through live amateur theatre. Gaslight Productions offers 3 main events throughout the calendar year: Page to Stage, which is a subsidized scene writing competition; Day of Delight, which is a children's festival that takes over Collingwood's arts and cultural district; and the ever-popular Gaslight Tour. Gaslight Tour is a sellout event that takes place in Collingwood each November. Groups of 30 participants are guided between 5 historic venues where the stories of Collingwood's past come to life through 4 20-minute plays. Each day offers 5 tours, totaling 20 performances and 600 participants. The model for Gaslight Tour was adopted from Lincoln County's Lamplighters Tour. In 2008, a group from Lincoln County came to Collingwood to share its successful tour model, and the group that they met in Collingwood became the founders of Collingwood's Gaslight Tour. Gaslight's model is similar to Lincoln County's. However, a marked difference is that each of the 5 Gaslight guides who tour participants between play venues is assigned a historic identity. This allows for greater theme development and better prepares participants for the performances to come. There are 9 components to a successful tour. As a partner, the Collingwood Museum participates in those identified by a blue star. Theme selection and research are the staples of our involvement. However, if we've been selected as a venue, we are also involved in the rehearsal and production schedules. Collingwood's railway, military, marine, and sport histories have been selected as annual themes thus far. When possible, national and international milestones are observed. And for example, in 2014, the beginning of World War I was acknowledged, and this year, Collingwood Sport History celebrates the 2015 Pan Am Games. In recent years, Gaslight began to offer a subsidized playwriting competition, and with the guidance of a professional playwright, prospective plays are researched and written based on the Gaslight's annual theme. 4 of these are then performed during our tour. Part of Gaslight's appeal is that tour participants get an inside look at heritage buildings in Collingwood's downtown. The Collingwood Museum, modeled after one of Collingwood's early train stations, is a popular venue and hosted performances in 2010 and 2014. Hosting 20 performances in 4 days is definitely a challenge, as permanent exhibits provide little maneuverability in our single-level museum. Maintaining open hours of operation during 5 Sunday performances also creates unpredictable scenarios for actors and audiences alike. Despite these challenges, staff have jumped on board as a venue and have worked to adapt our space to fit Gaslight's needs. Creating an appropriate space within the gallery was a daunting task. However, thanks to mobile cases and advanced Tetris skills, this was achieved. During last year's Great War Tour, the cast and crew of Elf Song were phenomenal in accommodating the museum's many requests. As we all know, museum professionals become extremely unnerved and a little scary when someone enters our carefully regulated and protected spaces. Cue the drama. As a venue, additional staffing was required to cover after-hour performances that was not budgeted for at the beginning of the year, and artifact safety became a cause for concern, as 4 cases had to be moved a total of 20 times throughout the tour. The consumption of food and drink in the gallery was an ongoing cause of anxiety, but this was nothing compared to the discoveries of open flames in the building and the practice of applying mud to World War I costuming. The reapplication of mud was prohibited, and sweeping became the cast's responsibility. Despite the drama, staff began to see opportunities. In 2013, staff researched, designed, and installed an offsite exhibit that explored the themes of 4 of the shipyard-based plays. The exhibit opening was celebrated as the official launch to the Gaslight Tour, and the evening was an astounding success. Connecting visitors with the stories and people of our past is a role in which museums excel. However, the benefits of this don't always extend beyond our walls. Hosting an offsite exhibit allowed staff to reach a new and local audience. Last year, a large on-site exhibition was installed to coincide with the opening of the Great War Tour. The evening began with the recreation of a soldier's send-off parade of 100 years ago. A band was hired, Gaslight's actors were in costume, and over 100 participants marched to the museum. Together, the Collingwood Museum and Gaslight Tour have created years of memorable experiences that our community continues to talk about. The museum's newly formed partnerships within the arts and culture community have elevated our presence, and the number of Collingwood Museum champions has significantly increased. By learning to say yes, museums can and do play significant roles within our respective communities, and it's only when we step outside of our comfort zones that we can truly achieve our mandates. Gaslight Tour has taught us this, and that sometimes having a little drama in our lives is a good thing. We just have to learn to embrace it. The first performance of this year's Gaslight Tour kicks off this afternoon at 5:30 p.m., so I'd just like to wish everyone involved the best of luck. And if you're interested in learning more about the museum, our partnership with Gaslight Tour, please contact us and we'd be happy to talk with you. Thank you.